Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a high ELO gamecast. I am Sylphin. This series is where we take a look at extremely high ELO games where very high competitive players duke it out, and we try to look at it and see what we can learn. We'll take a look at their builds and take a look at the strategies that they use to hopefully learn and become a better player. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the game looking at this orange team. Here on the orange team, we have Survivor on Twin Blast, Gizmotron on Rampage, Nate Dodd 64 on Steel, SNZ on Aurora, and I'm So Wanted on Howitzer. Ranger being the Twin Blast super meta frontline Rampage and Steel. Again, very meta Aurora and a very meta Howitzer. That is a terrifying team. Only thing that would maybe arguably make that better is a Sparrow with all that control in the enemy team to just kind of like super duper annihilate the blue team. But hey, that looks good. So on the blue team, we have No Shoes, No Service on Gideon, J. Leo on Kwong. Nice to see him here in the game. Suki, the featured top 5 ELO player in today's game. On Sparrow, Azurite, Knight on Severog, Josh Meow on Howitzer. So this team looking pretty good with this very, very hyper carry Suki, who's going to be very good for this blue team, as he's top 5 here in currently as of the recording of this video, so he can definitely get that crazy value out of Sparrow. We have J-Lo and Kwong for arguably going to be the jungler. Yes, he is, with Severog here being the offlaner with the Howitzer. So very meta Severog, very meta quite meta Kwong, and Gideon, very meta Howitzer and Sparrow as well. So very interesting team, very different here. The control is I would say less than this orange team. With just the root on the Kwong and just the two slows from the Gideon. Severog obviously is very, very powerful with with his knockback and his root and stuff like that, and then the Howitzer, the knockback as well, which is essentially a stun. So both teams very much large amounts of control, as it's going to be an interesting team to see if the super duper meta here. Looks like Survivor DC'd here for just a moment, hopefully. No, I don't think so. So yeah, we'll have to see here if the super duper meta orange team, this team composition, if they can execute on that to win over this blue team. So here we have a off-lane Steel here for this orange team. It's going to be the person that's going to work best, as Rampage is just too good of a. So whoa, what is happening here? It looks like Howitzer is the support for Survivor here on Twin Blast. Very, very interesting that they decided to go that instead of the Aurora as the support. I have no idea why they have chosen to do that, because Aurora being melee going to have a tougher time against this Gideon, but this Howitzer would have just as equally a nice time against this Gideon here. We're going to be a little bit of a battle over the orange purple buffs, and I just realized that our health bars are again bugged out, as boy, that is very, very, very unfortunate. As I'm not sure here what we can do to get them back. Boy, that is very, very, very quite frustrating here, as that's going to make it really hard to see how this game unfolds. But we will press on. It looks like this Aurora's going to have a little bit of an issue, but no, she is just fine here in the health department. The Kwong has his sword. Oh, very nice juke. And she definitely does get away. Does take a Cosmic Rift to the face, but she will be a-okay here with the healer token and the health potion just going to town. Rampage is coming in here to support his Steel, which he is a good offlaner with that shield and with his charge to get away, but he can only take so much. Here is Suki pressing the pressing the putting on the pressure on this Rampage as just shot after shot. There's this stun to, looks like that actually missed, interestingly enough. And now this Rampage will have to go into the jungle to simply get some health back and continue on his merry way, or he will go back. So the Aurora mid lane and the Howitzer here on the off lane is very interesting to me. Looks like Survivor here on Twin Blast is, he's gonna have a tough time making this up, as it looks like Suki is at 7 and he is still only at 5. Being DC'd there just for a moment. I just find that super interesting how this Aurora is here in the mid lane as the Howitzer is the one to support. That will give the Twin Blast and the Howitzer a really quite easy time, if you ask me, on this Twin Blast. But can he get away? He's almost going to be dead, but he is going to have an easy time. Whoa, the leg! What was that? As he's going to have a little bit of an easy time getting away, and he actually almost put the pain to the Sevarog as well. So I mean, they're in this orange team safe lane. They're gonna have an easy time against that Sevarog with the Howitzer, because that Howitzer can't take a inch, too far, or else he's gonna get a mine to the face to put him out of position. There's the mine. That's just what I'm saying here. Here's the Howitzer with on the steel. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. And now he has to be super duper careful. Let that health and mana potion hit. Take away over time, and as well as the healer token just work. Here's this Aurora retreating because the Gideon's doing a fantastic job. That is exactly why I would much rather have this Howitzer here in the mid lane against the Gideon and just kind of let easy farm here for the Twin Blast. But looks like the steel did go down here in this blue safe lane. It's just too much for him to handle. The Sevarog is looks like he might be DC'd again. Very interesting how there's been 2 DCs here this game. As probably here at this ELO, they are playing all from across the world. Even though I guess regions, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly if people change regions just for some, in order to get these high competitive games. So it looks like we have Survivor here getting a little bit of tower damage just to make up for the fact that their safe lane tier 1 is a little bit less. But here we go. Can they make the kill on this Howitzer? Very low. Yes, he does. And there we go. There's one pick here. Well done by this Rampage. But can they get the Sparrow? No, they can. They have to force back. And here is the Twin Blast. Watch out for, here comes the Gideon. He's going to have a pretty easy time. Oh, here's the Jukes, but yeah, that's one dead Twin Blast, unfortunately. A very nice, excellently done gank here by No Shoes, No Service to really secure that kill. Fantastic rotation as his mid lane is certainly A-okay in terms of being pushed. And that might be the first tower of the game. No, here's the Howitzer. Can he outcaster the Gideon? No, he's low health himself. Oh, well done. 2-person kill. 2 kills anyways in a short duration here for this Gideon. Oh boy, here comes the steal. Is he going to try to make a kill happen? He's going to try to dive the tower, but he's going to be too late, isn't he? Yeah, he is. And now he's forced to stay here, and it looks like the Howitzer here gets a little bit of harass done. I don't think much will come from here as the Kwong is going to be able to root him. Should be able to. Nope, a little too late to respond to that, as that definitely could have been a kill there on that steal. Here's this Rampage, maybe having an easier time than the steal when it comes to protecting this off lane with that fantastic ultimate. Is definitely going to help him protect this tower, but it does go down, and that definitely signs for his retreat. Here comes the Aurora with the potential gank, but the Howitzer did see her, had some spidey senses, as they don't even have a ward. Oh, they do have a ward there, pardon me. So very nicely done with that Howitzer, with the ward there, able to protect his Sparrow. Pardon me. Here's the Aurora getting a little harassed here, but she does a fantastic job leaping out of that, as that is how this Gideon is going to win this lane with some good mana, management with the mana potion. You can be able to definitely poke down this Aurora, give her so hard of a time trying to do anything. It looks like this Gideon here is maybe sensing a bit of a gank because the Aurora may be pressing forward. His spider sense is tingling anyways, and able to get out of there with this purple buff howitzer. Here's the Rampage getting out just barely in time. Can the Steel make a kill on the howitzer? How's the howitzer? He is almost dead. There is the kill. As now he's gonna have to retreat very nicely. There's the shield wall to protect him, and here comes the Aurora. Where's the ultimate? There it is to land on 2 people. Is the Kwang gonna be dead? Very close. Yes, she is. And the Sparrow, is she in trouble? No, she is at full health, so that is okay. She's gonna have to be careful though. There we go. Yes, get in melee range the Aurora, but this is gonna mean, oh, not much. Yeah, that's 1 dead Suki. As the Aurora did a fantastic job with that Frozen Simulacrum, or sorry, with the Ice Wall to corner in Suki. Fantastic use of the geometry of that ability, as I've never actually really seen that at all yet in a game. So let's pause this here at the 10-minute mark. Take a look at the early game builds for these folks here. Gideon with the Staff of Adamance, just a little bit of mana. Definitely going to be, I have no issue with that being, these very high ELO players. They know exactly when to use their abilities, and they can definitely have good ability management as well. Shadow Scroll Kwang looks like it's coming out with a Thunder Cleaver. I like that. Very fast jungle rotations to take down those camps really, really quickly, as well as helping out in lanes. I do like that. So he's going to be very bursty here against this enemy team. Not necessarily that there are squishy targets. Well, I guess the Twin Blast, Aurora, and Howitzer, I suppose, are the squishy ones with the Howitzer and the Twin Blast. So that is going to be his focus here on the Howitzer and the Twin Blast. We do have Sparrow here going out for extremely standard here. Wing cover blades, all kinetic, since because she gets so much attack speed. Anyways, maybe would like to see a little bit more kinetic, but that is high power. Going to feed really well into that passive, which at the high ELOs, he is going to be able to definitely hit those, be very accurate, and get that value out of that. Sevarog, again, standard here, and Howitzer as well, being very nice. Sage's Ward, love to see that, as well as the Meltdown. Again, ability pen better on later on, but that is a-okay. Here we go, Twin Blast, very nice, standard. Rampage going for some damage with the Sage's Ward. Going to see if he puts lesser health in that. With Steel, again, support with a little bit of damage. Yeah, more or less as he was there in the off lane there with the Adamant Edge, a little bit of damage and health. Damage Aurora, a whole bunch of massive damage. She looks like she's maybe going for a whole bunch of caster build for Aurora and Howitzer as well, as he hasn't really picked his cards yet. So very interesting, pretty standard across the board here in this meta. Nothing too fancy here in this early game. Besides the Kwang, I do very much like the Thunder Cleaver. As you know what, I really do like that. He's gonna be able to easily take out these camps really, really quick. As yeah, super duper, just go to town here. Very nice and easy job. I do like that. The more a jungler can be with his team, coordinating ganks, making stuff happen, I actually really do like that. I think that is what separates these high ELO players that are very successful most of the time, or just doing very effective strategies. I think that is what makes these high ELO players so successful. Man, for how well this Aurora's been doing here in this mid lane, she's been doing pretty darn well against a caster that has absolutely everything here. Gonna have an easy time. There is the ultimate to completely delete the Sevarog, as he definitely regrets doing that engagement there with the orange team coming out of nowhere. Able to really secure that. Here comes the Howitzer maybe from behind to get a good landmine to knock the Gideon and Kwang forward, but the orange team is splitting up, so he has to retreat as well. As now the Kwang is maybe coming in from behind. She's looking like to do the same thing on the Aurora, but it looks like oh yes, he's getting in position to do exactly that. Here is the fantastic gank position, but does he land the sword? Yes, he does. Is it worth it though? Oh, he's diving for it. There is the kill on the Aurora. very lucky, but there's a few tower hits. Here's the howitzer trying to get the Kwong, but no, not able to. As whoa, we have Suki here just farming away while this team fight happens. Not much. That's, oh boy, can this howitzer get out? No, he dies. And here is Suki. He's very, very much in the behind enemy lines. Not sure what he was thinking here. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. As maybe he was just trying to get that camp, and then that was quite unfortunate. So it looks like a little bit of an advantage here for the orange team, as they do manage to get 3 of the blue team there in that engagement. Very nice. I mean, I haven't seen yet exactly what is giving which team an advantage over the other, but it looks like here in the CP department, fairly similar, with maybe a slight edge here to the orange team. 17, 16, 15, 14, 14 versus 17, 2 16s, a 15 and a 13. So slight edge here to the orange team, as maybe the tower pressure from the blue team has just kind of emphasized the orange team's farm a little bit, giving them that CP lead. Now, can the blue team use their siege advantage, however, and CP disadvantage to utilize, better rotations, a little bit of grouping up here now in the early mid game, to maybe get some few key kills, some few key picks to kind of increase that CP that they're gonna have. Very nice landmine. Can't they secure anything here? No. That was unfortunately not executed very well. The Aurora perhaps didn't use that crowd control very effectively there. Definitely could have rooted that Gideon after the slow, or perhaps used her ultimate there. No, she's going in. Whoa! Careful, Aurora. Maybe a misclick there. Not sure about the Kwong. He's going to get stuck in that. What is she doing? She's trying to... Yeah, so very nice juking there of the Kwong. Here's the Sevarog trying to come up to the... gets Survivor, but Survivor completely outplays him. Look at this full health Twin Blast. Just going to town. Here's the howitzer. Can he get out of there? He's trying to make something happen here, but the Gideon just barely gets away with his life, so that was almost worth it. But here's the Kwong. She's not going to be able to get stuck in that ultimate. And it looks like the blue team is rallying a little bit. Here comes Suki in there. She's getting focused down by the Rampage, but oh boy, that passive is going to stick up. Oh, there's the Steel Ultimate. There's that control to annihilate Suki and that... Oh boy, and that howitzer and the Kwong. Wow, well done, orange team. There is that superior team composition, I think, going there. All of that control there at the end of that kind of really turned it over for this orange team to give them that advantage. So there you go. There is there's an exact reason of why the orange team here has picked these fantastic heroes. Oh boy, yeah, nope. Fantastic job here by this Gideon, and he gets a 2-person kill. Wow, what a well done 1v2. This Gideon player is absolutely phenomenal. No shoes, no service. Well done. 5-0 this game. Just being a monster here in this mid lane. Here comes the Sparrow. Can she get away? Here comes the Rampage. Is trying to dive in, but he looks like he is low. He has to retreat. Here is the Howitzer. He's trying to get away now that the rest of his team has retreated, but he's going to get taken out by this Kwong. Absolutely, and now the Rampage is stuck here. Yeah, there is one. Can they get revenge here? Yep, that's one dead Kwong as well, but the blue team is collapsing on these 2 overextended heroes here trying to do their thing, but that's... yeah. So, orange team trying to press an advantage, but they got a little bit too greedy, and the blue team could execute. They absolutely could execute that fantastic comeback, the fantastic collapse on the overextended orange team. Well done, well done. Here's a Survivor, maybe going to try to get a nice 1v1 here on the Sevarog as well, but it looks like Sevarog actually managed to make it happen. Wow, Azurite Knight, fantastic 1v1 there on the Twin Blast, but he's definitely going to take him down as a Steel Ultimate secures him in place for the Aurora to delete him. So excellent 1v1 battles here from everybody on both teams here. As you can see, very high ELO matches. Absolutely are lethal. No mistake, no you know, risk goes unpunished or unnoticed. And it's just a joy to watch these players do their thing. So again, on the CP department, hopefully this orange team has been able to get that, keep that lead, and it looks like they absolutely have. 25-23-20 versus everybody else. So here on the orange team, we do have that 25-23, 22-22, so vastly superior here. With I'm So Wanted here on this howitzer, having a little bit of trouble against that Gideon that's just been so absolutely fantastic here for this blue team. So we do have a little bit of engagement here. The Aurora is trying to split up. Two-person ultimate on Suki. That is exactly what you want to do, is punish the carry as much as possible here in this early game, but the rest of her team is actually getting punished here quite heavily by the Sevarog and Kwong, and they're going to collapse here on the three that are. There is the kill on that steal. The blue team is collapsing fantastically, and the orange team has to watch out. There is the kill on the howitzer, though. Oh, there's Jay Leo. Oh, boy. Looks like it's a trading back and forth here between which heroes can, and there is the fantastic ultimate from the twin blast here. It's just who can collapse better, who can win those 1v1s, as it looks like both of these teams are splitting up quite a bit to go off and do their own thing. And you know, it looks like whoever can make that happen the most, there is Survivor winning that 2v1. Fantastic control by the howitzer again to force the Sparrow to be stunned there for a bit. Let Survivor take those pot shots on her just to, you know, secure that advantage and eventually the kill. So the orange team, it's tough to say. I think really it has just been that they are winning those 1v1s, those 2v1s, 2v2s a little bit more, and are doing a really good job of utilizing their team composition as well. Arguably, they are much more meta than this blue team. With the Rampage Stun, the Steel Ult, and Bull Rush. Twin Blast, I mean, he is still solid, but I mean, the Aurora, all of her control, the Howitzer with his control as well. It's super meta, this team. So, you know what, if I was to base a game solely on that, I would say that they have the advantage. There's that little bit of control there on the Gideon. Not sure why he went into his ultimate, because he knows that was going to happen. But there is the stun on the Gideon. Can he get away? I think so, as the Aurora had to retreat, so he can't rely on that. Looks like their blue team's now in retreat, as they have three pushing down their mid lane. As there's only two there, the Howitzer and the Kwong. Sevarog is split pushing. He has been a little bit here this much, maybe trying to force this orange team apart, which is definitely a very viable strategy, as you know, the orange team is so powerful when they are together. So it's going to have to be careful. Looks like this Howitzer and Survivor are going to be looking for that Sparrow that is over here on this off lane, but no, they realize now that you're not coming, and the blue team is grouping mid as both lanes are heading in the right direction, but this left lane won't be in for too long, so they need to do something really quick here. They need to group up, maybe take that tier 2 tower in the mid lane with the orange team all split up, but no, they are splitting as well, going back to lane to do stuff. And looks like Suki the farm is real. Look at the blue team's jungle. Absolutely nothing is alive, because they are farming something again that makes these high elo players so successful is their farm. So it looks like the Rampage might be going. No, he's just planting wards. Maybe thought he was going there to get the Gideon. And we can take again take a look at these builds here very briefly as we give this a pause. I'm So Wanted and Howitzer with a Barrier of Will. Very interesting, as maybe he did say that he did have a pseudo support sort of Howitzer build, as they don't necessarily have a support here. So very interesting. The Barrier of Will I would almost think that the steel would be the one to have that instead, but very interesting. That is certainly not usual. Aurora with a blink shot. Oh, that means the engage and follow through is absolutely insane for her. Couple that with her crowd control, that is insane. That's very, very interesting as well. It's a parry of will. So the orange team here they're making use of all of their affinities and very unique cards to see to not only compound their very meta team composition. Here on the blue team, anything interesting here? Spike bone plate for the Sevarog. Going, yeah, a little bit of damage into a little bit of armor. Howitzer, all meltdown, kind of traditional howitzer meltdown build. There, Shadow Scroll, Kwong with the Thunder Cleaver. All the meta connects. Interesting. So this looks like it's going to be kept for the rest of the game. Maybe, again, a little bit of a burst, which I do actually like a little bit there. Amcrest, a whole bunch of mana for this Gideon. As you know what, I absolutely love my mana regen. I think it's much more valuable than this mana, but obviously it does work very well. He has been performing very well, so I'm definitely not going to be questioning that. Overall, very standard here. Looks like a Spear of the Rift Hunter out for Suki as he's going into that damage, or into the crit now. Looks like this Whirling Wand, 2-point cast. Maybe that's going to be kept for the later game. So very interesting that he's going into some higher cost cards here, maybe before getting all 6-point cards. So we got missed on the Gideon. Turns around. There's him punishing him just a little bit here with that nice cosmic rift. But Gizmotron looks like he's absolutely a-okay. There you go, a little bit more punishment from the Gideon that has been playing so well here. So far looks like the blue team is on the back foot. What they need to do is maybe get this orange team out of position, spread them thin, maybe win some sort of a 1v1 or 2v1s as they are split out. And they're gonna have to try to see. So here is the orange team barreling down this left, the blue team's strong jungle. I don't think that they're going to be able to make anything happen though, as they're going to be collapsed on by the Sevarog and Howitzer here in the blue team's weak jungle. They are going to collapse here on the Rampage. Be careful, Rampage! Oh boy, that is a completely overextended Rampage, which is quite unfortunate. This could be the chance here for the blue team to catch up on some of the siege, some of the farm, and push and try to win a team fight here once this Rampage comes back, because they're going to be able to. Here's the Kwong. He comes in, baits the steel out from there. Now he has to be careful. Oh, that's one dead steel. Here is the blue team rallying all of a sudden with that one-person pick into a two-person pick. And now they're going to be on the back foot. Here comes Aurora. Can they get a pick here on the Howitzer? Very nice stun. That is a one dead Howitzer as well. Look at that. They're just trying to make this happen. Can they burst down the Suki? No, she barely escapes 195 health. But looks like the Sevarog's going to come in. But that's going to just be one dead Sevarog, because you don't have the rest of your team. Oh, but the blue team is coming here. Oh, she actually did get Suki fantastically done. Oh, wow, 1v2'd both the Suki and the Kwong, but she does die to the Gideon as Gideon come in there. Oh boy, so 3 for 3 for both teams. You can see, guys, that it's not clear cut. These high ELO players can indeed turn anything and everything around. Which makes this just so exciting to see them make stuff work. They just make it work. Nice dodge here of the Rampage stun, as he's going to maybe press forward a little bit, but I mean, this Rampage is going to quite a bit damage here, as looks like he has started to go into little bit of health regen. Very interesting. All that health regen I find actually really quite interesting, so that he can take that poke. Look at that health regen, just go to town. Very, very interesting. It's not going to help with your instantaneous well, just your tank, period. But it's going to help definitely sustain. Look at that 21.1 health regen going to town. He can take a whole whack load of damage here and just regenerate it over time. I find it very interesting. I find it very interesting here that he has gone for that. We're going to see maybe, hopefully, that get into play here. This Gideon's going to have an easy time taking down Oh yeah, there we go. Overextended orange team here. They're gonna have a tough time. Here's the blue teams. Oh, one dead Gideon as well from the Auroras. From the Aurora's control. Can the orange team rally here to defend their twin blast? But no, the blue team does retreat as they know that their potential, these orange team's potential here as a group, far exceeds the blue team, so they have to retreat here. Trying to get those picks and then turn that pick into more is going to be the blue team's strategy here. The orange team is just too strong when they are working together. Here, oh, Aurora coming out of nowhere. That's all bull. Bunch of damage here on the Sevrog. Look at that, half health from one ultimate. And that is one dead Sevrog. Nicely done, Aurora. Wow. Nicely done. Nicely done. Using this the wall charge here to corner him in, followed by the ultimate on all the minions, chaining that to all of the surrounding minions to get even more damage. Well done. Taking out that Sevrog again. He has been split pushing a little bit here over the course of the match, and he just got punished for it, which is, I mean, if somebody is going to split push, try to split up this orange team from being so damn good as a group, the Sevrog is a very safe hero. So obviously he has a pretty good escape and a route to root the enemy player in place while they escape, but gotta be careful. That is basically the first time that he has been punished for it, so that is a-okay. But look at the kills here, 24-17 here for this orange team. That control is just too much, I think, as he had the CP department definitely going into the orange team favor here. 43-42 versus a 37-35, as Suki actually is having a bit of a trouble here farming up, as the Gideon is actually doing a better job, and he has been playing very well here. 8-2, whereas Suki 1-5. Yeah, so Gideon just barreling down this mid lane, winning all these battles with the Rampage, with the Howitzer, doing a very nice job. Suki, they are looking for something here. They know that they have a... Oh, there's Seek. Does Leo go in? Nope, as he knows that maybe they don't have enough follow-up and the rest of his team isn't there. So he does force to retreat. The Howitzers maybe looking to do something with the Quag here. Pardon me. Oh, but here's the Rampage overextending again. If they collapse, they can easily burst him down. But no, they can't. As he uses ultimate, leaps away. Here is, Aurora's trying to get a pick. Very nice ultimate into the ring, but that doesn't equate to a kill, unfortunately, as you can see that both teams, steal. Come on, there is the kill on the, no, the Kwang does get killed though. Are they able to secure the kill on the Sevrog? Yes, they are. And now the Gideon is forced to retreat as well. There is a dead. There we go. That execution from these pros is just phenomenal. Stepping out a moment to, stepping out an inch out of line, and these pros can really punish you for it. You can see the back and forth, trying to get one person out of position, trying to get another person out of position. It's absolutely real. They can really do that. There's a missed rock, but no, Suki is absolutely controlled. Look at that wall barrier. Cornering her onto her own defensive ledge is something. We've seen that used twice or thrice here in this game. As it's just a fantastic, Survivor doing a fantastic job. There is the orange team utilizing their control to ensure that those picks, those as soon as somebody steps out of line, that they can do it. Here's a Rampage soaking up the shots here. Look at that health regen just go to town with that nice tank and his ultimate, able to secure this inhibitor's takedown. The Klong here has to be careful as he can burst somebody down, but can he take him out? Just turn around, maybe survive. I think you can burst him down. He only has 476 health. Oh, can he get away? Can he get away? I think he can. Yes, he can. Okay. Oh, he probably could have burst down this Kwang, but unfortunately, nicely done to take care of the steal here that tried to come in, and now this Gideon's going to have an easy time here, taking away this Gideon as well. Oh, well done. This Gideon, absolutely fantastic. No shoes, no service. Absolutely performing monstrously here in this game. Winning these 1v1 battles, punishing anybody getting out of line here. Landing those autos, those cosmic rifts to just fantastic effect. Well done. So looks like now the blue team is even more on a back foot. But I mean, you know, they have been showing that they can come back. They can get this orange team split up. They can get them out of position to, you know, secure some overextended here kills, to turn that into a numbers advantage, to, you know, force the orange team to group up, and at that point they can just kind of punish. They can punish the orange team via numbers advantage alone. So it's very, very interesting to see this work here. Orange team rampage. There's that root. Forced to use his ultimate early here just to try to get that passive to tick off, or the ultimate to tick off against all the damage incoming. He does escape. That does mean that he won't have a. Here's look at the Gideon punishing this Aurora. There is that stun. Gideon should be outplayed. Aurora, well done. You making sure to wait for that. Oh, can the steal kill finalize the kill here? And I think he should be able to. Aurora is coming in from behind. Gonna secure this howitzer's death. There is a geometry again. Look at that. The geometry of the just fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy that so much. The way that she's been able to utilize that for so many kills here is so creative, so out of the box, and absolutely so effective, as we have seen here. Just absolutely phenomenal. This cast here, I haven't really been able to say much just because it's been so interesting. Absolutely. So we can take a look at the builds here very quickly. It looks like some ability pen. I do like this now that you do have some power here. That is very much sound. At least in my opinion, here is, yeah, there is that G Leo going full on burst with Suki here, going into that damage. Can she burn down the steel? Yes, she can, and get the Sevrog as well. But unfortunately, that is the orange team getting that advantage with that orb prime being just too much for the blue team to handle. As they getting here, maybe being a little bit out of position to help his team, as he has been playing great individually. He hasn't necessarily been a part of too many. I shouldn't say that. He has have 5 assists here. It just seems like a few key moments here hasn't been a part of anything. And here is this Aurora coming in on this Gideon. She knows she can outplay him. Let's see if that can actually happen. There's that ultimate. Okay, can she secure him in place? There we go. Wow. Oh my goodness. Absolutely deleted. Let's take a look at her build. Meltdown, all that ability pen. Yeah, she's going full on damage here with 51 CP build. Absolutely full on caster with a Thunder Cleaver. Interesting. Absolutely. That's going to synergize very well with the power in her build, because it instantly deals basic attack damage, so it's going to scale all right. She doesn't scale the best from basic attack, but with this much power, it's going to be a lot, so that active is actually going to be a fair amount. So I find that really, really interesting. True burst Aurora here. As you can see, absolutely taking down the Gideon with ease. Let's see if the Aurora can take down the howitzer. Absolutely. SNZ, you are absolutely fantastic. 13-2. Being an absolute assassin. Arctic assassin. Doing a fantastic job. Can she get the Sevrog as well? Almost. As let's take a look at the Sevrog. Oh boy. Yeah, almost dead as well. Oh. Well done. Well done. Well done. What a dominant display here, turning that mid game into an absolute advantage for this orange team, getting a few kills, getting a little bit of an advantage here. Oh, look at this. Interesting. Look at that. Black and white. Nice. Very cool. Well, guys, let's take a look at these builds to finish us off. Again, we just did, so Shadow Scroll Kwong, look at that crazy amount of burst. Suki there going to sort of the altar as, yep, they're going into a whole bunch of crit chance there, all of a sudden trading in that attack speed for some crit, as you can see, replacing the two Wind Carver blades there to make sure that you go into that crit. That's very, very nice indeed. I like that she utilized that. Still a slot empty, but I mean, it makes the transition very effective, which, you know, is very, very strong. So very, very well done. Fantastic build there. We go into Josh Meow. Full on Infinity Stream. Interesting. Okay, so a high damage with a little bit of sustain there on the Infinity Stream. I very much like that mana regen. Yeah, look at that mana regen. I like it. I like it a lot as well. Oh, Fierce Chrono. Look at that mana regen. Absolutely. So very cool build there. Survivor with that blink shot. I love it. Love it. Little bit of a drain here on the Impact Hammer, Brand of the Iron Eater. 22.5 lifesteal. Okay, so very duelist build here for Survivor. Definitely going to keep him alive in those 1v1s, even though the rest of his team can definitely peel for him like nobody's business. He's going to obviously have an easy time staying alive there. Rampage, fairly standard. Yep, going to a little bit of damage there in the early game, followed by quite a bit of sustain. And here's Steel. Yep, some power and health, and that, you know, that actually really works quite well because his ultimate, you're going to use it on a lot of people. Your Bull Rush, you're going to use it on a lot of people. So just being able to get that nice burst of damage really helps the rest of your team do their thing as well. So I actually really do like that. Aurora, again, that fantastic blink shot. The maneuverability is going to be absolutely ridiculous with Thunder Cleaver for that active, feeding very nicely from all of this power. 22 ability pen. 24 ability pen, 26 ability pen. Absolutely going to make sure that this power pierces through that armor. Absolutely amazing. What a build. Howitzer here going for that in very, very interesting Solaris Reactor. The Berry of Will, that tuned barrier. Very interesting pseudo sustainy, damagey cooldown reduction. Very different build. I very much appreciate that cooldown reduction, and I'm just going to be able to spam those abilities. Very interesting build here from I'm So Wanted. Quite a bit behind on the CPU department. Maybe a little bit undermatched here in the matchmaking department, but that is A-OK. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know down in the comments what you think of this. What did you think of this orange team? What did you learn from them? What did you see being the key thing that really made them dominate over here against the blue team? You could really see how each team could punish the other for stepping out of line even once, even just a few inches. You know, one person would try to take advantage of the other team stepping out of line, but then the other team would then respond to that response, and it kind of go back and forth a little bit, and it was just absolutely crazy. So guys, let me know down in the comments. I think this was a display of why that meta team is so meta, but also just able to I think the orange team was able to collapse and make sure that the engagements that happened were actually, effective. And I think they could just maybe execute on those small little team fights a little bit better than the blue team. Please like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community, and of course, guys, subscribe. If you guys like this content, found it useful, especially, please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.